Hi, I wanted to tell you about my skincare routine because it took me a little while to really get this down, but it seems to be really working for me, so I just wanted to share. So I start off by washing my face with, sorry, this is like a gross little chunk. This is soap. It's from Lush. It's called Cold Face, and I actually got a sample of it, and it was like, let's see how much bigger it was. Maybe like this shape, so I used about half of it, and it's like this thick, and I've been using this for like 2 months I think, so I got quite a few samples from them, and I thought that I would just try one at a time and kind of use it all the way up to make sure that I'm getting the full effect of it rather than just try a different one each day. But I haven't even been able to get to my second sample because this is taking so long to get through. But it probably, a part of the reason is that I only wash my face in the evening to wash my makeup off, and then when I wake up in the morning, I mean, my face is clean from the night before. It's really only been like 8 hours. I don't really get oily or sweaty at night or anything else, so I don't really wash it in the morning, and I started doing that a couple of months ago. I used to wash it in the morning and at night, and I think that it's had a really positive effect on my skin. I've noticed a pretty noticeable difference. So I think that maybe my skin's just kind of sensitive and easily irritated, so it kind of likes to take a break and only get washed once. But anyways, that's part of my routine, and I really like this Cold Face soap. It's like a little bit scratchy, so it's also exfoliates a little bit, so I like that because I definitely need exfoliation. It's part of my routine. So I wash my face with that, and I ran out. I had a really good toner from Garden of Wisdom. It was their pineapple fruit hydrating mist, and it's basically witch hazel with some other things in it. So I bought this to hold me over, so I've been using it, but it has alcohol in it, and it just feels kind of drying on my skin. So I think that I'm just going to buy witch hazel from maybe like Whole Foods or something. I haven't been using this like a ton, only sometimes. And then my moisturizing, this is my most favorite moisturizer ever in the world. And I've tried so many different ones, and they're all either like too greasy or too light. It's hard to find that balance, because if I use a greasy moisturizer, that, you know, my skin is a little bit on the dry side, but if I use anything that's kind of oily or greasy, it just majorly clogs my pores. So I need a non-greasy moisturizer. But at the same time, I need it to still moisturize a little bit. And this is really lovely. This is what it looks like when you squeeze it out, and then as you blend it in, you can see my hand is not shiny. It almost is like a matte finish. It just like disappears into your skin. And this is called Fruity Meow Lotion. This is the sample size. It's 1 ounce. And this one is the waxless, and I also have the regular one, which does have wax in it. And honestly, I do not sense a difference between them. This one's supposed to be thinner, but like, look at that. It's not that thin. It doesn't like leak down or anything, so I don't even know the difference between them, and I have them both, and I kind of use them interchangeably, and they're pretty much the same. So unless you know for a fact that, you know, you don't like wax, or I don't know if you can be allergic to it, but maybe if you're allergic to it or something, then get this one, or just if not, just get the other one. They're pretty much the same. And I really like this because, like I said, it's not greasy. It does moisturize. It doesn't have any nasty chemicals in it. It's all natural. Let's see, it has yogurt in it, which has lactic acid, which is a chemical exfoliant, but is very little bit, very, very mild. I have sensitive skin, and I would like never ever get irritated by this product. So the only thing with this is if you have like super dry skin, this will probably not be enough. And so what I do to compensate for the fact that this isn't, you know, like heavy moisturizer, is I like to add moisture to it by using, this is Garden of Wisdom, yet again, an HA serum, which is, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, hyaluronic acid or something like that. It's like H-U-Y, I don't even know how you'd say that, but this one is the Immortelle, and this one is the Manuka honey, and these are samples. This is 0.25 ounces, and this one is 0.5 ounces. And honestly, this is all you need. Same with this. Their full-size products can get expensive, but all you need is a sample size, because honestly, you just need like a pea-size amount of this every time. So this will last you forever, the sample size. And same with this. I add like a drop or maybe 2 drops. This one's a little bit smaller, the Manuka honey one. This one's probably my favorite. It's also a little bit thinner. It's more like watery, whereas this is like a kind of a goopy gel. But basically HA is very, very moisturizing, and it can hold like 1,000 times its weight in water or something like that. So these are really, really great to add a couple of drops to your moisturizer to give it that added moisture, that added little boost without adding any oils or greasiness. I know if I use oils on my skin, some people rave about using oils as a moisturizer, but they just clog my pores like instantaneously. I just can't use oils on my skin. But these work really well. They keep my skin hydrated, and if you need a little bit extra moisture, maybe underneath your eye area, or maybe it's, you know, really dry and you have like a dry patch somewhere, maybe like around your nose, or let's see what else gets dry. I guess my cheeks can sometimes get dry. I have these. These are ultimately the same. This is the Garden of Wisdom Classic Azule Base Cream. And this is the same thing, but it's veggie, so it's vegan or vegetarian. I think vegan. Yes, because it only has like no animal products in it. And this one has emu oil. That's what makes this one not vegan. And so they're the same. The non-vegan one is a little bit more blue. I don't know why, because emu oil is not blue, but blue, this is like an off-white. It's actually like a very light blue. I know it looks white on the camera, but nice and thick. Like, they're very thick. So I like to use that underneath my eye, or just if I get really, really dry, because these are more creamy, and they're not greasy or anything like that in comparison to the Meow, but they just feel a little heavier and a little thicker. So I like to use them when I'm feeling dry, and I'll just add them, and you really just, these are sample size again, and they'll last you forever, unless you're going to use it every day all over your face. But if you're just going to use it on dry areas, then it'll last you a really long time. But if you are really dry, you might want to consider getting this in like a bigger size instead of this. But I'm kind of combination, and then in the winter I tend to be more dry, and I can get away, as long as I use my HA with it, I can get away with this routine, and it works really well for me. And that's pretty much all I do. That's all I use. Other than that, the only sort of skincare product, not really, I use is the zinc powder from Silk Naturals as a primer, and that just helps. It's very soothing and healing to acne. So that's my routine. I really have been loving it. It's been working really well, and I wanted to share it with you. Thanks for watching.